Oh, good morning, Saba.
Good morning.
Take three, so I'm lucky. But thanks for asking me along to your family's coffee lodge.
Yeah,
Coffee
Coffee
lodge
Lodge
on
Lane.
Lodge Lane, which is revelation. I'll definitely come back here. So thanks for joining me today, and just wanted to have a conversation for the viewers and hopefully the donors for the HABIBTI cause. So just to give you an idea of why I'm running this marathon next week, is to explain how we met first at Granby Markets. HABIBTI have a stall there every month. But right, that's like your main source of fundraising.
So that's one of the factors. People are almost fundraising. How people know about this.
Okay, great. And so we went through a mutual friend there, and I didn't really know exactly and I still don't know the work that HABIBTI does and what is going on for the families in children's hospital at Al Sabeen Hospital in Yemen, which is what the charity was set up for. So, if you could just give us all, me and everybody, a sense of why HABIBTI exists in the first place and what we're trying to do.
So hello everyone. About my accent, born and bred in Liverpool. My parents in Yemen. Parents are from Yemen. And very lucky to meet with Ali Theobald and her team and friends at the Tropical School of Medicine. And the great work that they were doing to support this children's hospital in Yemen. I'm also really just interested in like the connection between them and Yemen. And it was all down to their connection with a lady called Dr. Nejla Somboli, who studied here, used to go to local coffee shops, local restaurants here while she was studying. Her and her colleagues went back to Yemen, and that was just over 8 years ago. And then what happened was war broke out. So war broke out in Yemen. We don't really hear a lot about it, and it's been 8 long years. What was remarkable about this woman is that she was given the opportunity to come back to Liverpool. She was like, "No, I can't leave the children. I can't leave them. I'm their hope, and I'm here." That really touched the hearts of a lot of people that she worked with at the Tropical School of Medicine, and they really just started, fundraising and having money sent over to support her and the remarkable work that the hospital were doing. Why this one hospital? This hospital is the only hospital in the whole of Yemen that provides elements of free support, care, operations, investigations for mothers and children. So you can imagine in the whole of the country of Yemen, people really travelling miles and miles, days and days to get the care that they need for their families. So that was really the start of it. And it was, as you mentioned, Granby Market, where we met, was where me and Sally met all those years ago, yeah. So she came in with the one intention of finding Yemenis, because it was such a clever thing to do. It was like, we're doing this work, we're working with Yemen, Liverpool is known for a big Yemeni community, and it'd be great to work like in unity, like with the Yemeni community, and then that was the start of it. So not long after, the O'Brien sisters, who you met at the stall, they started up something called HABIBTI Liverpool to work in unison with with the already great work that was being done, to really give the community a way of accessing the support that's needed in Yemen. Activism is for everybody, but people just don't realise that there are lots of ways of doing it. And HABIBTI Liverpool as a whole, provide lots of different ways. So whether it's coming to Granby Market and supporting us there, whether it's buying beautiful merchandise like this, like these beautiful tote bags or caps, whether it's just donating direct, and then meeting people like you, so people who just want to do a wonderful act of charity, which is this marathon run is such a big thing. None of us can do it.
Well,
So,
I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for you. No, I don't say that being modest, but if I can only do this sort of thing with a real purpose, and having met, there's so many volunteers at the stalls there, and there's people like Sally, who's a mutual friend with my good friend and stuff, and just the people I've met, there's real purity and integrity to what you do without getting into the politics of it all. It's just purely about the kids and the families, which is what drew me in.
So purely about raising money, you're right, and also building connections, because with those connections comes lots of hope, and we're able to send that across, to Yemen, that they know that people are thinking about them. So they're not in the news. You noticed Yemen's not in the news at all. Not in the news, but people are talking about them every day because we have an affiliation. We want to be there. We want to support them. So great, the acts of kindness like you're doing, next week. Lots of people who are doing similar things, whether that's cake sales, donating money from their events. Did you hear about the Smith Foundation? They had wonderful authors, lots of events going on, and the ticket prices, all the money went to Sabeen Hospital. Yeah. And I suppose what, that's a really good point. There's lots of work at HABIBTI Liverpool, lots of ways that people can get involved, and lots of ways that people can donate and connect. So I think social media has been really good for us. So you just got to Google HABIBTI Liverpool on Facebook or on Instagram. Connect with us. You know where we're going to be. We're actually going to be popping up all over, doing little mini stalls, and then the big store, then the bigger stalls in Granby. And we have other activities that are going to be coming up. So it's really good to connect and find out what's going on. And we want to promote you. And that's success picture at the end.
About me, but it's just what I'm sensing from all the different streams and individual efforts really being streamed into this like unified responses. What I'm trying to say, it's just got its own momentum now, right? And it's just almost doing its own thing, hopefully, but obviously with a lot of drive and commitment from yourself. I suppose the practical side of fundraising, I have to ask why. I suppose it's either you get the situation was going, or you don't. But why HABIBTI, is it more of a pressing need than maybe other causes out there? Because so it's a competitive field, isn't it? With lots of different charities.
Just support donates to things like what course they can be help them.
Yeah. Okay.
Direct connection that's really important to them. It's not that like I'm donating, I want some impact. It's because we can bring the human element to it. Like you heard me speak, in town outside the Labour conference, and how annoyed, how annoyed I was.
Yeah. So righteous anger, which is a good energy to have about the whole population just being starved,
There's
premeditated.
There's more to this. This is not a country that's starving. It's a country that's being starved. And that when you change the language around that, you really think about things in a different way. But more so, this being deemed as the biggest humanitarian crisis, that's not enough for people. So what we need to do is sort of bring along that human element to it. So when we, and we can do that through HABIBTI Liverpool, you get to know about Dr. Nejla, you get to know about her hours of celebration and in her hours of need. She brings home the real needs at the right time. Sometimes we think, right, okay, we need PPE, and she said, actually, we need food.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like having that direct connection, being able to be part of something bigger as well. All of us are seeking, like we're connected now. How many times has that happened? David Monson connected us. Sally's connected us to this all over the world. The O'Brien sisters, beautiful girls who just connected us with so many other families. There's so much so that every single case has connected us with somebody else. That it's now not just nationally but internationally people know about HABIBTI Liverpool and what can be done.
Wow, that's international. From what you said, connection, not just between us. Just to give us a sense of what it's like for families, say who are travelling days on end to get to HABIBTI. What could you give a sense of what the typical situation is just to get to the hospital, and what it's like once they get to the hospital? Because I'm sure there's a long waiting time, isn't there?
Yeah. And think about over 80% of the country being in need. When you think about the levels of malnourishment, the levels of starvation that are going on, you can already see that there's key barriers to even travelling. Okay, one thing that we can affiliate with is the cost of petrol is through the roof. We feel that here. The cost of food is rising. The cost of food there is absolutely, it's crazy. So you already have all these barriers before you even set out on your travel. It's busy in here. It's very busy.
So in local communities, different villages and different places in Yemen, will there be also collective efforts to get people to the office, to the hospital, those people, families travelling together?
Yeah, and I suppose it all depends on really who you're with. So there are camps in Yemen, there are other organisations in Yemen who have fed through. There are journalists that have fed through stuff. These particular families in need of help. And it's amazing because the city of Liverpool and other places around the UK have really just been like, how can we help? Sometimes it needs the face of a child, the face of someone who's starving, but we can't do that anymore. We can't use people in that way. We can't use them as imagery to promote this. We need to have conversations like this, and we need to have more so just we know at the moment the difficulty with the cost of living, with the economic crisis. We haven't even got a prime minister at this moment. It's crazy, and people are really working with fear.
In a so-called civilized country like ours, what a mess it is. Imagine in a disaster zone.
Exactly. Yeah.
How people just get by day to day must be just a miracle.
Yeah, for a lot of them it is. For a lot of them it is, but yeah, literally, they seem to feed off hope. Their faith in God. That doesn't mean that we just do that and nothing else. The money that is raised through acts like yours, through all the acts that you'll find out about when you connect with us on social media, it's what as little as £1. The reason that this works so well is that this is not like individual acts. Everybody comes together. Everyone comes together to send that money over. Everything from an investigation costs like a few pounds, but can have a massive impact on the child. The pressure that's going on for that family. All the way to feeding the doctors and nurses hours upon food.
So the hospital staff are not getting paid?
Haven't been paid for over 8 years. So can you imagine the dedication? The love that we feel for our NHS staff. We'd be in there. You can only imagine doing that work and not being paid. Then not being able to eat as a doctor, and you've got hours of shift in front of you as a nurse, as a healthcare assistant. Okay, let's put into the mix that you can't afford the petrol to put into your car. So you're walking for 3 hours before your shift. You're walking home for 3 hours after. This is the dedication. These are the stories that we hear that makes us want to help. That makes it it doesn't matter what's going on for me right now. What can I do to support?
Well, that's well, thank you, Saba. I think you've said it all for me there. Just just to give a sense of what it's like in the months of these people. And yeah, what can I say? Just give every little bit you can, because as you said, a little can still go a long way. So,
Absolutely.
okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.